How are you doing? Today I'm going to be doing a review of the book The Berserkonaut from Jeff Lafferty. I backed this book back in August and it came in the mail just a few days ago. I got it at the tier where I got an original piece of artwork from him, and so I'll be giving an honest review. Jeff Lafferty is a fan artist who has been in and out of the industry since the 90s. He worked for Marvel as a penciler. He worked on issues such as Doom 2099, and I have 2 copies of the books that he did the covers for from that series. It was the last 2. So to kind of give a reference of his art style, his book will harken kind of back to that 90s style. His art for this book, he did a combination where he would do the inks, but also he would work on the colors at the same time with an airbrush technique as well as an acrylic watercolor technique. As you can see here, I picked this one because I thought it looked pretty well made. And you can see he does each of the panels separately, and from there he will construct his pages that way. And I thought this was probably one of his better pieces from this book that I'll be reviewing. I will also be planning on doing some reviews on other books I've backed. This one's Billy the Kit by J.V. Gray. I got that on Kickstarter. And The Bull from Jake Campbell as well. I plan on doing those in the foreseeable future. But to talk about the Berserkonaut, we can get right in. So I got it signed, as you can see, from Lafferty himself. I got an original art piece, but he also added a head sketch in, which was a complete surprise, and this is a really nice drawing of Frankenborg, who we'll be seeing in a little bit. So the Berserkonaut is this kind of cybernetic berserker type character who essentially, he's kind of like a monster, but he's the hero of Megatroit is the city. And we kind of see that he's gets into the Museum of Natural History here, and there's something going on in there. And he comes face to face with Frankenborg, who at the beginning you kind of see he has a lady hostage who is apparently going to be the love interest of the Berserkonaut story. Jeff has, like I said, a very distinct art style, and it's something that I backed because I really liked it. One thing that you can really tell that goes through is Jeff definitely isn't a writer, and he definitely isn't a storyteller on top of that. And so a lot of the dialogue is pretty ham-fisted, but it's also kind of not really the main purpose of the story itself. I just really like his style. It's very oddly proportioned, distorted, but like also you got the action scenes. You can really see the extenuation of the way that he runs and catches the girl. I won't show the whole part of the book. Essentially the gist is they're having this fight throughout the museum. It's getting destroyed as they're fighting. They're breaking art. And it ends off on kind of a note where I don't really want to ruin it. Ends off a really good kind of cliffhanger note where it really wants you to see the next issue. For someone who's interested in the kind of 90s and gritty type art styles of comics that we don't really see very often nowadays, this is something I highly suggest. If you're for a more story-driven type book or approach, it might not be the best for you. Jeff is, quite honestly, like a really good artist. I really enjoy the types of work he does. He does a lot of different types of styles. With his comics, he tries to go with this style here, but when it comes to the other types of art, he can do very realistic work if he really wants to. And it just, the style works very well for what he's going for. It just really puts the type of, you could say, drama to it. You can kind of see the dialogue is a little iffy here and there, but the book itself is solid. It's definitely something I suggest picking up if it's your type of tea. Jeff has his book still on in demand right now, and so if you want to pick it up still, you can still do it. I'll probably put the link in the description. As well as he recently got done with the Comic-Con, I believe, and so he's going to be trying to sell his books while he's doing comic appearances, but also he is in the process of getting Diamond to distribute it to local comic shops. So as he works on his second issue, he's going to be trying to get those into the stores, and so eventually you might be able to find them in your Diamond book if you do those pre-orders. Other things that he kind of did, he did these cool little postcards when the campaign finished, and I think this is just legitimately a really cool touch that he had added to the campaign. So the Berserkonaut, it's currently on Indiegogo still. You can still back it. The second issue is in the works, and so if it's something that you really like from Jeff, I suggest picking it up. I'm also going to put his YouTube channel in the description as well if you want to look at the other types of content he makes, because he does quite a bit different types of work, and he does little different types of commentary and stuff while he works on his work. So, thank you for watching. I leave a comment for any suggestions or any types of things that you kind of see that you like on it, and I'll see you in the next video.